Good morning, traders, and welcome to the daily call today, Wednesday, the 4th of December. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Okay, let's have a look at what's happened in yesterday's markets. Rates remained unchanged at 0.75% with yesterday's RBA announcement. The main emphasis was there is scope for further easing. The board is prepared to ease monetary policy further if needed. Consequently, Aussie US dollar did rally and is now trading at 68.40. That's yesterday's announcement. The only other data was from the US. We had the PMI manufacturing number coming at 48.1. That was slightly under the forecast, but it was really an impromptu press conference by President Trump that turned into a massive risk-off event, as he casually mentioned that there was no deadline for the Phase 1 trade deal with China, and he was willing to wait after the election if needed. Consequently, US dollar did lose ground against all the majors in a day that was negative for that US dollar. That was all that's happened yesterday, so let's move on and let me give you a quick trade update because we had a couple of trades hit our target overnight. Remember, I showed you an Aussie yen trade that we've been carrying for quite some time. I had an initial position in the market over here, then I got a second trigger and I called that one out as well. So this is what happened in the last 2 days. From that second trigger, we can see that the market's jumped up. That's actually hit 2-to-1 target, so that's more than hit all of our targets. If you're still in the first one, I've just some of you may have got triggered depending on what level you entered. For me, I just missed out by about 1-2 pips, but nevertheless, Aussie yen, depending how you played it, we've hit target on the Aussie yen, and there's the trade as I'm showing it to you. Okay, so well done to all of you who took that trade. Time to have a look at this morning's chart of the day. This morning I'm looking at the CAD yen. You can see here we did trade this one not so long ago. We actually took this engulfing candle and we rose up with it, so we made a profit on that one. Market's back to that support line again. We can see that the market's been there once, twice, 3 times now for a 4th time. Naturally, let's not just get trigger happy. Let's wait for price action to confirm for us, and if it does, then we can be buyers in the CAD yen as well. Incidentally, a trade that I showed you that just come to mind right now, US Swiss, I think I showed that to you on Friday at a support level, and also an Aussie US channel trade that I showed you. They both moved off those levels quite sharply, so they would have been winning trades, but we never got the actual price action confirmation. I did receive some emails about it, so I just wanted to mention it to you. So for myself, I didn't take them because I needed the confirmation, but the levels did hold and they were in fact pretty good looking trades. If you just give me one moment, I'll see if I can show that to you. Okay, this one is the Aussie US channel that I was talking about, and if you recall, I highlighted in here we were looking for price action reversal. Now there was an engulfing candle here in these two reds there. They will normally, I like the engulfing candle to be in a different color. There was an engulfing candle there, so I did get an email from somebody said that they took the trade from here and it was a fantastic trade for them. So yes, well done for that. I didn't take it. I was looking for a blue candle or a different, or even a doji. So I did not take that one. So I also know that there's quite a few of you who have been taking the trade just purely based off the level, okay, because we're at that level. Again, it's a lower probability trade, but if you did, well, it's worked out for you. The other one that I wanted to show you is let me give me 1 second, I'll remember, one moment. It's the US Swiss. Let me see if I can find it. And if you remember, if you go back and look at the video, I drew a line across here. That's supposed to be a straight line. Again, I said let's look for some kind of price action reversal there. I didn't get any kind of price action reversal there. However, the level did hold and the trade went down. So I know that some of you have taken that trade purely based off that level. Again, that is a lower probability trade. All right. So that's all I wanted to say. Let me move forward and we'll continue with well, let me go back first just to recap. Again, this morning's chart of the day is the CAD yen on a daily timescale. All right, what's on the agenda for the session which is about to kick off? We have at 11:30 this morning locally, our GDP numbers are due out. Then after midnight at 12:15 from the US, we have the non-farm employment change. Now this is the private sector, which is can be seen as an indicator of what may happen on Friday for the actual non-farm payroll numbers. Then at 2 o'clock in the morning from Canada, they have their rates decision, the rate statement. So let's see what happens there. So big night for the Canadian dollar. At the same time, at 2 o'clock in the morning from the US, we have the non-manufacturing PMI numbers. That wraps up the session. Guys, as always, please feel free to contact us if you do have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, hope you all have a fantastic trading day. I'll talk to you tomorrow for the daily call. Bye for now.